Hi everyone, and welcome back to Body Wise. I'm your host Dr. Curious, your guide on this journey to explore the incredible complexities of the human body. Today, we're venturing into a realm that's often shrouded in mystery, but holds the key to our creativity, emotions, and so much more. That's right, we're diving deep into the right hemisphere of the brain. Now, I know what you might be thinking, isn't the right hemisphere just the creative side? Well, yes and no. While it's true that the right hemisphere plays a crucial role in artistic expression, it's far more than just a hub for painters and poets. It's a dynamic powerhouse, responsible for a vast array of cognitive functions that shape our understanding of the world, our relationships with others, and even our own sense of self. Did you know? Some people believe you can tell if someone is more right-brained or left-brained by which hand they write with. But that's just a myth. While there are some slight tendencies for left-handers to be more right-brain dominant, there's no scientific evidence to say it's a hard and fast rule. So, don't let your writing hand fool you, both hemispheres of your brain are working hard for you. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of what the right hemisphere actually does. One of its most amazing superpowers is nonverbal communication. It's the part of our brain that helps us decode those unspoken signals in other people, the subtle shift in a facial expression, the inflection in a tone of voice, the way someone crosses their arms or leans in. It's like having a built-in radar for the hidden language of emotions and social cues. Think about it, how many times have you walked into a room and instantly sensed the mood, or known something was up with a friend just by looking at them? That's your right hemisphere at work, picking up on those tiny details that words can't always express. This ability is essential for building strong relationships, resolving conflicts, and simply understanding what's really going on in a conversation. But that's not all. The right hemisphere is also the master of spatial awareness. It's what gives us that intuitive sense of where we are in space and how things relate to each other. It's what lets us navigate a crowded street without bumping into anyone, parallel park like a pro, or even put together a piece of IKEA furniture without losing our sanity. Fun fact, some studies have shown that people who are good at spatial tasks, like playing video games or reading maps, tend to have a more active right hemisphere. So, if you're a whiz at Tetris or can navigate a complex subway system with ease, give your right hemisphere a high five. Now, let's move on to the part that many of you are probably most excited about, creativity and imagination. This is where the right hemisphere truly takes center stage. It's the part of our brain that generates those aha moments, those flashes of insight, those wild and wonderful ideas that seem to come out of nowhere. It's the artist's muse, the inventor's spark, the writer's inspiration. Think about your own creative process. Have you ever had an idea pop into your head while you were daydreaming, or felt a sudden urge to paint, write, or compose? That's your right hemisphere at work, exploring new possibilities, making connections between seemingly unrelated concepts, and bringing forth those unique perspectives that make us human. When it comes to appreciating music and art, the right hemisphere is our VIP pass. It's what allows us to feel the rhythm of a song, get lost in the brushstrokes of a painting, or be moved by the emotions conveyed in a sculpture. While both hemispheres are involved in processing sensory information, the right hemisphere is particularly adept at interpreting the emotional nuances of creative expression. Interesting fact, did you know that listening to music can actually activate both hemispheres of the brain? However, research suggests that the right hemisphere is more heavily involved in processing the emotional aspects of music, while the left hemisphere focuses on the structural and analytical components. So, whether you're tapping your foot to the beat or feeling deeply moved by a poignant melody, your right hemisphere is playing a key role in your musical experience. Let's not forget the right hemisphere's crucial role in emotional processing. While our whole brain is involved in feeling things, the right hemisphere is kind of like the emotional control center. It's where we experience those deep, visceral feelings, whether it's joy, sadness, anger, or love. It's also what helps us recognize and understand emotions in others, which is key for empathy and connection. Have you ever had a gut feeling about someone, or sensed that something wasn't quite right even though they were saying all the right things? That's your right hemisphere at work, picking up on those subtle emotional cues that can sometimes be more telling than words. It's like having a sixth sense for the emotional landscape of human interaction. And finally, the right hemisphere is a champion of holistic thinking. This is about seeing the big picture, the connections between things, the patterns in the chaos. It's what helps us make sense of the world around us, even when it seems messy and confusing. Think of it like this: the left hemisphere is like a scientist, analyzing details and breaking things down into smaller parts. The right hemisphere is like an artist, stepping back to see the whole picture and finding beauty in the complexity. So, how do we keep this incredible part of our brain healthy and thriving? Well, it's not rocket science, but it does require some effort. A healthy diet, regular exercise, plenty of sleep, and finding ways to manage stress are all essential for brain health in general, and that includes the right hemisphere. But there's more we can do to specifically target the right side. Engaging in creative activities, like drawing, painting, writing, or playing music, is like giving your right hemisphere a workout. It helps to strengthen those neural connections and keep it firing on all cylinders. Bonus tip: even something as simple as spending time in nature can boost creativity and stimulate the right hemisphere. So, get out there and explore. The right hemisphere plays a crucial role throughout our lives, from early childhood to old age. In kids, it's super important for developing spatial awareness, understanding emotions, and forming those early social bonds. As we grow up, it continues to be essential for creative problem solving, emotional intelligence, and those deep connections with others. And as we get older, engaging the right hemisphere can help keep our minds sharp and may even lower the risk of cognitive decline. Some research suggests that the right hemisphere may be more active in early childhood, while the left hemisphere becomes more dominant as we age. However, it's important to remember that both hemispheres are always working together, and engaging both sides of the brain throughout our lives is crucial for optimal cognitive function and overall well-being. So there you have it, folks. The right hemisphere of our brain is a truly remarkable thing. It's responsible for so much of what makes us human: our creativity, our emotions, our ability to connect with others, and our understanding of the world around us. By understanding how it works and taking steps to nurture it, we can unlock our full potential and live richer, more fulfilling lives. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the right hemisphere. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more brain-boosting content. Until next time, take care of your amazing brains.